Good evening, good day, everybody in the crypto world. It is 12:10 a.m., 11/8/2019. For let's put it this way, focus on Lesotho. This MOU that they have announced. There's going to be a release from the government to confirm, and it should be a press release that is coming today through Monday, I would expect, from what has been said. And you got that, along with another tweet that Steve put out regarding another big announcement. So there's a lot going on. But this piece to take into consideration what's going on with it. There's the future, is the best way to put it. The near future. You have a lot going on in Africa that is starting to really cook. They've been there for months, and they're partnered with the ADF group, which is that gentleman right there, taking care of business because he is in relations with all the governments in Africa. And they're starting with this country first. But this is just your stepping stone because there's so much going on for that. I just want to show you this little intro video here. So when you get this going on for what the ADF group is doing with Apollo in Africa, and the things that they have planned on the roadmap of the website, take a look at it. Plus there's a new, from what I heard, a new country that contacted them that wants them to come talk to them. So this is just how can I put it? It'll be exploding over the next month, 2 months, and into 2020. And when you get into the ground floor of any investment, you want to have patience, and you also want to make sure that their development of their products and their asset value is something that you can see the future being really good. This is something that, in my opinion, if you don't see that Apollo is going to be really good, you got an issue. Nobody else is doing anything else like this, and especially to this extent. And I'll get into that in a little bit. You've got the partnership, the Africa, to the moon. It's going to happen. And watch your investment grow because it's going to happen. The thing you have to look at is what's going on. And don't forget, too, your wallet that you download is your all-in-one wallet that has the passive income of forging built into it. Press a button, and you have coins coming in. You have the all-in-one, and it's truly an all-in-one, the fastest and the most private, and all the features loaded up over here on the left. You've got past videos of mine. Take a look at them. You'll see what I'm talking about. The all-in-one if you're new to Apollo. All-in-one from Apollo. We're doing everything where the devs are working every day. A new release should be coming out soon for the devs on the DEX update for the DEX that's built into your wallet. That gives you, yes, exchange capabilities to your bank and to credit cards, debit credit cards. The MOU that is in it, the Memorandum of Understanding, is going to be confirmed. And it is immense because it is working through country infrastructure. It is taking and managing their mineral interests, diamonds, gold. There's the coin of Apollo, yes, is going to eat up the competition, the other coins. Make no mistake about it, this is bigger than Cardano's MOU with Ethiopia for just agriculture. Apollo currency, this is the single most important MOU with Africa ever. Good tweet by AJ Mora. It's true. It is so much bigger than what Cardano did. This is government-wide, and this is something where you're going to see that happen where this is known. When I say known, there's going to be media coverage in the country covering what's going on because they're doing physical locations for people to walk into. And take care of business with the Apollo banks and exchanging. So you have a lot of that going on, and the crypto debit cards you'll see in a minute for the prototypes. So if you liked our recent African news, get ready for our next announcement. The second major African announcement date will be revealed soon. Stay tuned. Like I said, Africa is ticking. And when you look at this, let's say, small picture, but I'll give you a little bit better view coming up. Yeah, which is not working there. So let's get out of here for a second because I don't want to waste time on that. The picture, there we go. Screw babies, I tell you. Sometimes picture programs are a pain in the butt. Okay, so here you can see that these are prototypes. They're going to have and that is the thing you got to think about. Apollo branded Apollo account number on the card. Get that? In the nation of Lesotho. So when you have these people walking around their country with a new credit, or I should say debit card, for the crypto debit card, and they have their APLs that they're loading up on them, and they can spend anywhere they want in the country. It's something that's been missing in Africa for a lot of people that don't have the capability of bank accounts. And that is something where I think is going to be huge, because the people, like I said in past videos, Apollo's doing things where people want, they need and they want. And when you have something where you need and you want, it gets big. And that is something that's coming. And we're getting into more of the crypto news in a second, but I want to focus on this because there's a lot going on. Today is Friday, 11/8/2019. Apollo's coming out with a new weekly update for their revision update today. And they also have usually every week. So far, they have missed university videos, the Apollo University instruction videos, to give you newbies or anybody who just needs a little refresh, instructional videos. Every week, folks. Yeah, the coin is the blockchain use in Lesotho and going to other countries very, very soon. Very soon. And with national currency use, that's their initiative. So one of these countries is going to sign up for national currency. That is something that they're working on. You've got to understand that the stepping stones, and I say that a lot because you just got to understand the big picture. The stepping stones of what they're doing right now, huge. 246 billion in the market at the moment. Almost 247-ish. 23 in the daily volume for the billions. BTC at 92.24. ETH 188. XRP at 28. They had the swell conference and everybody, I don't think anybody really expected to swell the price with the swell conference. But I don't think they expected a big dip for the swell conference. And down 4% in the last 24 hours for XRP. And also too, Apollo's been down in the last 24 or so because of the market and because of some idiots out there that because Lesotho wasn't a national currency, they said, oh, screw that. Guess what? Wake up, folks. You've got 2020 coming fast, and the changes in the crypto market. There was a post, and I got to show you this real fast. Let's play this just real quick. Taking one piece more on Lesotho.
An MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, has been established between Apollo and the Lesotho government to begin the design and development of solutions for a number of government systems and initiatives. This MOU is a historic achievement for the advancement of blockchain technology, making Apollo one of the first cryptocurrencies to achieve an MOU of this level with the government of a nation. Additionally, Apollo will be setting up exchanges and physical headquarters within the nation of Lesotho. These solutions can then be implemented into any nation, with Lesotho well established as a launchpad for the rest of Africa.
Apollo are you ready?
You better be, because a lot's going on. Tether fires back at embarrassing Bitcoin manipulation study. Anybody that believes this manipulation crap, you got to wake up to the big picture here too. When you have the market in 2017 that zoomed for the bull market, a massive zoom, it wasn't one whale that did that. Of course, the whales are there taking advantage of a surge. Any whale would do that. You're taking advantage of a profitable situation. So one Bitcoin whale did not trigger it, nor did it control it. It was a complete millennial surge into the crypto market. The hype among the millennials, just amazing. I saw it physically myself. People that didn't even think about crypto before were going, holy mackerel, downloading the apps onto their phones and getting into Bitcoin and all the other coins. And it just started going and going and going. So that's what happened there in 2017. And more that's going to happen down the road. But you got to have what basically the Ripple CEO had a grave warning for crypto markets. So what he said, Brad Garlinghouse, is that what I've been saying, and not to correlate myself with Brad, no, but I said this back a year and a half, 2 years ago, and even last year. You've got the coins that are out there right now are going to go bye-bye, the fluff, the garbage. It's only going to be, just a small amount left as this market matures. There'll always be new ones coming in, but they're not, if they don't have anything good, they're not going to last. And you just have so much fluff in the market right now that you got to concentrate on the ones that have the futures. And of course, XRP does have a future. So you have that, and he says about 1%. Going on to say that 99% of these assets probably goes to zero. So leaving 1% left. That's the future. Also, crypto-friendly Silvergate Bank goes public on New York Stock Exchange. Silvergate, a crypto-friendly bank, officially began selling shares on the New York Stock Exchange. Things are changing, folks. The SEC has rejected every Bitcoin ETF. This firm thinks it has a solution. One company thinks it knows how to get around this whole thing. Wilshire Phoenix, a relatively young financial firm in New York, filed to launch the United States Bitcoin and Treasury Investment Trust ETF. So we'll see how that happens, or what happens with that. Crypto miner steals $5 million worth of computer power using the identity of Riot Games founder. Riot Games is one of the biggest developers, by the way, for one of the biggest games in the world, the League of Legends. And this, how can I put it, idiot stole his identity with his card and did basically so much AWS data consuming. He was the biggest, and over 5 million. So crazy. Okay, ridiculous. What do we got here? Oh, the ridiculous. Crypto regulations are the enemy of Bitcoin. KYC. Yeah, that's why you have the decentralized exchange with Apollo. But remember this, Apollo's got the DEX that they're building, currently active with Ethereum pairings with APL and PAX stablecoin, so you can cash out to your bank in crypto debit cards, as I've said. And then Bitcoin's coming soon, and then more coins after that. There's no KYC, there's no verification. But they have a new website coming out, Apollo does, with centralized exchanges that you will have KYC. Somewhat, depending on what they do. But those are going to be focused for the use in Africa, for the people in Africa to buy APL. Guys, a lot's going on with Apollo. Microsoft will work with Ethereum to develop new digital assets. This is more like a sponsored article on Bitcoin News, which basically is Microsoft. So we'll get on that. Russia mulls a new Bitcoin confiscation law. They're a little late to the table. Governments all over the world have been collecting wallets and seizing the Bitcoin and other coins and making a ton of money in the last couple of years. No doubt about that. A ton of money. Apollo. Oh, I'm not going to focus on all the stuff right here because you know what? The most important thing is do your research. All the links are down below. There's so much in this website. Look at my past videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. The biggest thing is the wallet, guys. This wallet download, you can test Apollo's stuff, okay, and see the dashboard over here. All the features that are loaded in here in the all-in-one. This is why governments are using Apollo, because they have everything built in the side portion over here for their use, and that is data storage. account management, private messaging, so much more. The decentralized marketplace. That's not really for the government, so that's for the people. But again, this is what Apollo's doing. They're working now with governments hand in hand. The future is bright. So you download the wallet, check it out. The second most important thing is the roadmap. Look at what they've done. Fastest, most private. They have sharding, historic, making it more efficient and sustainable, as they say, and stable. Okay, so when you look at that, you've got that already done. Then working with these African countries. Yes. And building Africa. Apollo is going to be known to the world because of what they're doing with the all-in-one, and that what countries are going to use and what people are going to use. And think about this coming up shortly in 2020, in 2 more months, less than 2 months. They're converting over to the DAG Consensus Protocol Network, which is the most advanced in the world, along with the ARKNET, to develop DApps for the platform, and smart contracts will be there also. You have all this along with Apollo Cloud for unique data storage and TPS transactions per second, over 1 million plus, blowing the doors off of anyone. Apollo is evolving. Apollo's technology is immense and getting better. And their devs are coming out with new stuff and taking care of business. The first bridge in the Ukraine, working with the Apollo devs, taking care of business. So this video, I just want to say one thing before I get going towards the end of it, is that when you think about what Apollo is doing right here, and taking care of putting the blocks of the blockchain together in use in Africa, the future is going to be so bright for Apollo. This is why I mentioned the ground floor. People keep asking me on my channel, where's the easiest place to get Apollo? It's Bitmart, for the most part, and Digifinex. It's also on IDAX Pro, System Coin, Antilli, and soon to be LA Token. That listing date for LA Token should be very, very soon. So that's going to be exciting too. Don't forget, like I said, today is the vision update from Apollo, and there'll be a lot of different things they'll be announcing. And I can tell you this, once the government comes out of Lesotho and confirms the MOU, we know it's done. Any Apollonaut knows it's done. But once you get that out there, and then you get the publicity inside the country, and then you get the people getting their debit cards and using them and walking into these locations, and there'll be film of this going on in these locations when they open up the grand openings. You're going to see a lot happening. And once you get in, just sit back and relax. Your investment, in my opinion, I'm not your financial advisor, but I see it doing well. Everybody, have a great one. Any breaking news, I'll have it for you. King Apollo is going to rock the crypto world.